And always a quick off the mark, the opportunists have arrived at a fresh cheetah kill that was made just moments ago. And here come the sound effects. Just one hyena at the moment against 5 male cheetahs. Calling for reinforcements. Are they going to come? For a quick introduction as to where you are and what it is you're watching, my name is Jamie, and this evening Manu is on camera with me. And we've been following 5 male cheetahs throughout the night. They've just made a kill. They've caught and killed a topi antelope just seconds before we got there. And one of the things that we spoke about was whether or not the hyenas are going to find them there. There's the cheetah stalking on the outskirts. D'Artagnan of the 5 musketeers. Now the hyena is outnumbered 5 to 1, but hyenas are bigger and stronger than cheetah. And of course they're social creatures, which means that this hyena that's calling at the moment has a clan not far away from here, and the clan members are probably spread out around this area. Now we're here in the Masai Mara of Kenya, and you're watching this whole situation play out live. They're the cheetahs feeding off their topi kill, trying to feed on as much as they possibly can before the marauding hyenas come in. Now we've got one that's calling behind us. One is okay. One is entirely manageable. But what we're going to do is we're going to sit and watch and wait to see whether or not that hyena calls in reinforcements. I'm just going to check behind me to see if there's any more coming. He's off to our right there, Manu. Anna, sorry, what was that? Anna, you said something about hyenas being stupid thieves, I think it was. Super thieves. Okay, he's just moved off behind the vehicle. He's actually using us as cover. Hyenas are opportunistic, and absolutely they do scavenge, and they've actually scavenged from cheetah very regularly. So will lions. And in fact, if hyenas come in and chase these cheetah away, well, that's one thing. They lose their meal and they escape with their lives. But if lions come in and actually find this kill, there is a very good chance that the lives of these cheetah could be at risk. Hello, hyena, we hear you. Lurking behind us. Calling for reinforcements. This is going to build to a cadence, I imagine, as this... There we go. Calling for reinforcements. Ali, this hyena probably needs another 3 more, possibly 4, in order to see off these cheetah. And that's exactly what it plans on doing. Are you calling or are you yawning? Which one are we going to go with here? that was not really either. But this is going to turn into a full-blown contact whoop. That famous sound of the spotted hyena. Now it all just depends on how close reinforcements are. He's getting braver, getting closer to the cheetah. Roland, in terms of how much these cheetah can eat, all they're watching you, you're probably looking at around about, I would say about 5 kilograms of meat in one sitting. And that's rare, then they will be very, very full. So that's over, for those of you that work in pounds, that's over 10 pounds. It's around about 12 or so pounds that they could eat in meat. That's provided they have that opportunity. Calling. Not brave enough to take on 5 cheetah all by itself. That's what those calls are for. All this hyena is going to do, and hyenas are all the masters of patience. All he's going to do is lurk around the edges until reinforcements arrive. Here we go. Sitting down, settling to have a quick scratch before the battle begins. Now, we've spoken about hyenas being thieves. Thieves is a harsh word. They're scavengers, essentially, and they're scavengers with plenty of strength behind them and the strength of numbers and plenty of intelligence as well. They're also exceptionally efficient hunters. And one of the things we've been trying to do is catch on camera hyenas hunting out here, but the moments that we've encountered it on our all-night moments out here in the Great Migration, we haven't been able to keep up with them. They're just too quick for us. There we go. I can hear another one responding. Reinforcements are on their way. The cheetahs have managed a good half an hour, though, of eating, so at least they've managed to feed off as much of this topi as they can. And as I said, we're in the middle of the migration. There's about 1,000 wildebeest off to the south of me, possibly even more, I'm not quite sure. They just came stampeding past us and off over the ridge. So there's plenty to keep hyenas busy, but this is a ready-made meal for them. All they have to do is depose the 5 cheetah brothers. There's D'Artagnan. You can see there's a collar around the neck of one of these cheetahs. That's so that the researchers can keep track of what is a completely unique situation. To have 5 male cheetahs together is almost unheard of. You can just see the lights of my FLIR. That's my infrared, not my infrared, my thermal camera, so that I can see what's going on. Lisa, you say, stuff yourself, boys. Speaking, of course, to the cheetah. I agree. Eat quickly, because this hyena is seriously thinking about, or has been calling reinforcements. They might get lucky, though. This might be the one situation where the other hyenas aren't interested in responding. That might be as well. It might just be that for once... What is that at the back? What is that? I think it's a little rodent. Surprise! There's something that we didn't expect to see. Could it be that this is the one time that the cheetah brothers are going to luck out when it comes to hyenas? There's so many wildebeest around us. The other hyenas might be completely distracted and not interested in responding to the calls of that other hyena. Only time will tell. The cheetah know that their time is limited, eating as much as they can. Devouring. And the first thing that they went for was the organs of the topi. That, of course, is the richest part of the meal. And it's quite an achievement for them, an adult topi antelope. Oh, I can hear hyenas calling in the distance. Ooh. Oh, little internal scrap between the boys. Oh. Here we go. I can hear another hyena responding to this one, and he's calling back. Heather, no, I don't think that they will continue hunting after this kill. Not with the full bellies that they have now. So Heather, no, I don't. I'm going to be quiet just so that we can hear the sound effects. Heather, no, I don't think so. I think they're going to go and find somewhere safe to sleep. Now they're trying to stuff themselves. Chris Rogue, from my experience, you can hear, oh, look at this, challenging the hyena. Hold on a second, that's amazing. Standing its ground. Let's have a look at where the hyena is as well. Let's get them. There we go. Okay, it's still a little bit far. Chris Rogue, I've heard hyenas calling well over 5 kilometers before. And on a cold night when they're up on a ridge, I would say it's even more than that. It's a loud sound. It's almost as loud. It carries almost as well as a lion's roar. Come on, boy. You can see him off. Maybe if you see him off now, he's not going to call for reinforcements. No. Going back to the kill. Now there's a bit of scrapping between the boys. They've been so quiet before this, but now with the arrival of Hyena, there's pressure to feed on as much as possible, and it's causing a little bit of discontent. There we go, settling down again. I can hear another hyena that's probably about 700 or so yards away from where we're sitting. And all 5 of these cheetah were actually resting a moment ago. They weren't feeding, but now they're all tucking in. Cindy, in terms of the hierarchy of the predators, no. Cheetah and hyena are not even. One hyena, if this had been one cheetah's kill, that cheetah would have been most likely chased away by one hyena. Hyena are bigger, bulkier, heavier. 2 hyenas and a cheetah would turn on its tail and run away. It might put up a bit of a fight, it might hiss and spit and growl, but essentially it's not a match for a hyena. A cheetah fall right at the bottom of the big 5 top predators. So you've got the lion on the top, of course, and then you've got hyenas and then wild dogs, and they're kind of in different ecosystems, and depending on their numbers, hyenas and wild dogs are relatively equally matched, usually because there's more wild dogs to take on the hyenas in one go, but hyenas are bigger, of course, and bulkier than a single wild dog. Then you've got the leopards, and then below them fall the cheetah. They're built for speed, not for strength, and they're not really a match for any of the other large predators. Quick, boys, eat as much as you can. So far, though, it's worked out in their favor. One hyena seems to be alone in his mission. While the other hyenas are calling, they haven't come racing in. Or have they? This cheetah's seen something behind me. I'm just checking to see. Nope, it's still just our one hyena friend. And he seems to be content to wait. If the hyenas do start to move in, you'll get the incredible sound effects of the giggling laughter that gives the spotted hyena the nickname of the laughing hyena. And that's actually just a show of excitement from the hyenas themselves. He seems content to wait. You're not going to call reinforcements, I don't think you are. You might also find that the cheetahs have got lucky. They might have been discovered by a low-ranking hyena. So hyenas also have a rank within their clan, and males, of course, will be below the females in that ranking system, and then beyond that there's a more complex way that hyenas sort out their hierarchy. Now, it might be that this is a low-ranking hyena, and it knows that if it calls in reinforcements, they might come, and they might chase the cheetah away, but it won't get a bite of the meal, whereas if it sits quietly and patiently, it will have a chance to actually have a meal once the cheetah leave. So it's a bit of a balancing act for that hyena, if that is the case. And they've done experiments with social hyenas in terms of the way that they interact, and sometimes the low-ranking hyenas keep secret their food. Anna-Marie, yes, absolutely, the cheetah know that the hyena is there. They've already chased it away once, and then one of them a little bit earlier got up to move towards the hyena. I think these cheetah have got lucky. I think they've been discovered by the best possible hyena, if that is something that I could describe it as. They've been discovered by a hyena that's reluctant to call in some support. And that hyena is probably going to sit and wait patiently for these cheetahs to finish their meal. Very lucky. So while we wait and see how this scenario plays out, for now we're going to say goodbye to you and thank you for joining us. But we'll catch up with you depending upon what happens over the next few hours in the dark in the Masai Mara.